What is up, guys? Another day of wheeling and dealing. I feel like my whole life is just me being in a big hurry, but that's fine. I've been doing this stuff for a while, so I'm pretty well used to it at this point. While I was at work today, I was on Marketplace and I found an Ingersoll garden tractor for sale, actually at a yard sale. Not super typical for me to buy stuff at yard sales. Usually it's auctions, Craigslist, or just a single item on Marketplace, but I'll buy anything, anywhere, at any time. I don't care. So we're gonna head to this yard sale, check this tractor out. I'm running pretty close on time. The yard sale starts at 5:30. Get off work at 3:30. Gotta go home and grab my trailer and then run over there. It's the next town over from mine, so hopefully I can make it there. The good thing is most yard salers aren't looking to spend a couple $100s on an item, so hopefully I can beat everyone else there and get this tractor picked up. It's advertised for $425, so be a great pickup. Definitely margin to make some money on it, so we'll go see what this is all about. I'm here at the sale. I got here about an hour early. The tractor wasn't even out yet when I got here. The owner said he's got a lot of interest in it. He just ran to grab the manual for it. This thing is super clean. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it and just get it out of here because it's gonna go quick, I can tell. So I'm back home. I was able to get the garden tractor bought. Very, very lucky. This thing was advertised for $425. It was at a yard sale, and I made it there about an hour before they opened and said, hey, I want to see the tractor. I was the first person there that asked to see it, but there was all kinds of people messaging the seller. The highest offer he had gotten was $500. The original was $425, so I just said, hey, I'll give you $500. I knew someone was probably going to show up while I was there or shortly after and offer him even more. So we made a deal of $500. As I was loading it up on my trailer, another guy pulled up and said, hey, did you just buy this? I drove over an hour. I want this. I'll give you $600. I'll give you $700. I said, no, I know what this thing's worth. And the seller was right there with me and he was giving me a hard time. Like, man, I should have held out, but it was just my day to get lucky, so I'll take it. So this thing is clean as a pin. It's like a real time capsule. I have the original manual for it, and the paint is immaculate. The hood is wrong though. It's not a 4016. It's actually a little bit older. It's a case 446. You can right down there. But this thing, I mean, this is like a true time machine. Very, very, very cool. A real garden tractor too. See how stiff that, or how rigid that rear axle is. Big ag tires, hydraulic lift deck. Oh, you checking it out, buddy? It's a twin cylinder. I think it's a 17 horse Onan. I mean, everything is just meticulously maintained. I'm gonna jump on this tractor, get it pulled in the shop, do a once over on everything. It seems that it's been very, very well maintained, so I doubt that I find anything, but I wanna make sure everything's in good condition because I am gonna resell it. Unfortunately, I would love to keep this, but way too many other projects right now, so I wanna make sure everything is in tip-top shape. The way I handle things when I go to resell them is I wanna make sure it's in good enough condition that I would be fine keeping it if it wouldn't sell. And I buy things that I like, so in the event that ever happens, I just wind up with another toy. So that's how I handle it. We're gonna pull this in there, take a look at everything, and get it cleaned up as best as we can. It's already really clean, and post it for sale. So I went through this tractor last night. I added some grease to it, checked over everything mechanically, zero issues. I kind of expected that based on the condition. Today, I got it loaded up here on the trailer. We're gonna run into my town actually and set it out for sale there. I'm not gonna post it on Marketplace. I haven't had a ton of luck on Marketplace other than people wasting my time lately. So I'm gonna put $1,500 on it. I checked around, that seems like a very fair price, especially for this condition. So we're gonna run up there, set it out, and see if we can get it sold today. So there's the mower in front of the Dollar General. Let's see if she gets sold. So I just got inside. It's been a really long day, but the tractor just left with its new owner. I did end up selling it today, which was awesome. Right around 24 hours from when I originally bought it to when I sold it. The buyer had to go get a trailer and pick it up, but the deal was done within 24 hours of me originally buying it. I accepted $1,300. I was asking $15 because that would have given me $1,000 profit, but at $13 I still made $800 in around 24 hours, which I don't think I've ever flipped anything quite this fast. So super cool to be able to do that. Deals like this don't always come by, and they don't always work out that well. I've been doing this for around 13 years. Definitely enjoy it. I would do it even if I wasn't filming it, but I always end up getting pretty cool stuff, meeting cool people, and just seeing interesting things along the way. So that's why I decided to start filming this to share with you guys. So now I want to split into two different directions. And I could talk about this stuff for hours, but I promise I'll keep it brief. So the first will be my approach to buying and selling. The second, we'll call it justification. So my approach, I buy things that I like, I buy things that I'm interested in. And the reason that I do that is because I typically know what to look for, because I own things like this. I own tractors, I own four-wheelers, I own dirt bikes, things like that. So I ride them, and I know what happens when you wreck them. I know what happens when you roll them over. I know what the engines sound like when they're about to fail, most of the time. Also, if you buy something you're interested in and it ends up having issues and you're upside down in it, the worst thing that could happen is you keep it and then you have another toy. And I kind of mentioned that in the video. So that's my approach in a nutshell for buying. Now for reselling, the number one thing is honesty. I know a lot of people feel like they're frowned on for reselling, which is what I'm going to talk about in the justification. But if someone asks me, how long have you had this? I'll tell them how long I've had it. I'll also be very transparent that I'm a reseller. But I typically go through things and make sure that they're fit to sell. And I communicate that to the seller. And believe it or not, people are okay with that. It's like going to a dealership. You know, you buy used vehicles at a dealership, they've gone through the shop. There's people like me that work at the dealerships. So I've personally bought from resellers before. And as long as people are honest, which you should be anyway in life in all aspects, things will usually work out in your favor. Now justification, and I kind of touched on this a little bit with resellers being kind of frowned upon. You've heard it before if you've tried to resell. Well, you got a good deal on it. You should sell it for a good deal. You're just trying to make money. So there's a certain amount of risk that you accept when you buy things. Like I bought a dirt bike one time and everything seemed to be very good with it. I got it home, and once I got it warmed up, the engine started knocking. Now, the seller wasn't honest with me, so that falls on him, but it's now my dirt bike. It's now my problem. So there's risk with it. Anytime you buy anything, there's a chance that it could have issues already, or you could have issues with it once you get it home. You're also getting paid for your skills and for your knowledge, which is important. If you know what things are worth and you study them and you spend your time doing that, you should be compensated for it. The other point that I always bring up when I'm questioning on this is just general investing. So Bitcoin has really blown up in the past couple of years. If you were an initial Bitcoin investor and you have Bitcoin that you bought at $1,000 a coin, are you going to resell it at $1,000 a coin just because you got a good deal on it? I doubt it. So that's just a little bit explanation, justification. It is frustrating, but you just get used to it. Thanks for watching, guys. I know I kind of jump around on these videos I post. I'm just sharing my life and things that I do. So if you do like that, throw me a thumbs up. If you want to see something different, mention it in the comments. And if you enjoy the content, throw us a subscription and stay up to date with us.